Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 1st through the 10th, 2018 reading for you. Now I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards, and we are going to see what these 10 days have in store for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Okay. Oh, and if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. Oh, wow. This is powerful. Okay. Oh, wow. 3 in a row. I mean, that's really amazing. Okay. So Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Your first card here is the 3 of Pentacles. This is you working on your personal wealth, your personal prosperity, what it is that you want to create and cultivate here on this earthly plane, and you're working on it by yourself. With this card, this is the Llewellyn Tarot deck, it isn't a joint effort, which is what it is depicted as in the, the Rider-Waite, there we go, tarot deck. A man standing on a bench talking to 2 other men as it looks like they are constructing a cathedral. Here, you are being represented working by yourself, for yourself, on what it is that you desire. This could be cultivating a career off of something you love doing. This could also be really focusing on the prosperity, the joy, and the happiness that you want in your life. And it's something you're working on, something that brings you joy, brings you pleasure. The prosperity here is guarded with your feet, and it's at your feet. So it's not something you're actually worried about. You're sitting there saying, okay, it's protected. I understand I have this wealth in my life. Moving forward, slowly and steadily, obtaining the prosperity that you desire. Because there's something that you're seeking to create. And because we have the Pentacles here, it's monetary, but it's also having it be respected on the earthly plane, in the here and the now. That's very important. All right, so there's something that you're cultivating on your own, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Now, because this is a general reading, it could be anything. It could be for you cultivating a career by yourself, but it's something that you love. It's absolutely something that you love, and it's something that you are going to start to excel at as you are moving forward, as you are embracing your heart's desire. The Ace of Cups is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, giving you a gift of love, of joy, of prosperity, of your cup running over with bounty. And that bounty is rippling outward. So it's not just staying, it's not just for you, but it's almost as if you're starting to fall into alignment with what it is that you want to create and cultivate on this earthly plane. You're taking the time, you're taking the effort, and you're cultivating your talents. Because this card right here, the 3 of Pentacles, is telling me to tell you that you are cultivating your talents. Don't ever think that what you want to do and that what you love to do is worthless or insignificant. You are embracing your talent, and it is elevating your soul. It is bringing you the prosperity that you want into your life, even if it's not financially. It's making you a better, happier person, which is letting in the love, the joy, the gift from the divine, the universe that you desire. Universal abundance is coming into your life, and it's coming in the form of love. Loving what you do, loving who you are, sitting there and looking at your talents, and instead of saying, okay, you could do better, I want you to do better, I want you to succeed more, sitting there and saying, wow, you know what, that's pretty good. I can't believe I created something like that. I'm really proud of me. In the workplace, in your home life, in your hobbies that you might be trying to make into careers, really respect and honor the fact that you're doing something astoundingly well, and it's brightening the world that you live in. Even if you're sitting there and saying, Dane, I don't know how it's brightening the world that I live in. You know, I'm just making dinner for my family. Yeah, but your family needs to be fed, and being fed off food that you prepare with love is absolutely amazing. Doing your job at work and doing it to the best of your ability and sitting there and saying, you know what, I know that this might not be where I want to be at the end of the day, but I'm going to do this job as well as I can, and I'm going to proceed and keep on moving forward. and cultivating what it is that I want, because your cup is running over with love. And you're going to see that people start to really respond to this, really respond to this positive energy that's coming off of you. And you might feel that people are attracted to you, not relationship-wise, though they could be, but just that people like being in your presence, because it's a time of abundance for you. And it's a time of spiritual abundance, of you feeling as if some of the weight has been lifted off of your heart. The majesty is coming in because we have the water lilies here, or the lotus flowers, with purity of intention, of sitting there and really embracing what you love doing. And then we have the King of Pentacles, because we have you here cultivating what you want. And then we have you here being represented by the King of Pentacles. I know you are a fire sign, but here you are being represented as an earth sign, somebody who has their feet firmly planted on the ground, not being hot-headed, not letting your passion sit there and take over, because you'll want to. You want to sit there and say, oh my gosh, look at this. It's so fantastic. I want everybody to see it. Here, you are kind of stepping back a little bit and saying, okay, you know what? I'm moving forward in my prosperity, and I'm actually embracing my prosperity completely. Absolutely. The fruits of my labor have paid off. I went from really having to focus what I want to create here on this earthly realm to kind of, you're still focusing on what you want to create, and you're working just as hard, but you're having the recognition for it. Now, this can also mean for some of you that you are going to meet, because we have the King of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. You are going to meet somebody who is an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, who, you know, just kind of connects with your soul, rocks your socks, makes you feel absolutely joyous and happy. So for some of you, that's the case. For others of you who aren't looking for a romantic relationship or have a partner that you absolutely adore, you're finding that prosperity within you, and you're moving forward as a king, meaning that you have the divine right to rule, and you have the divine right to rule the prosperity in your life, not being overbearing in that, but sitting there and saying, I am having this prosperity, and it is coming into my home, and it is blessing my home and my family, and I am getting everything that I desire. Now, are you getting everything that you desire all at once within these 10 days? No, because we have here a bit of a struggle that has happened. But you're sitting there, and because you've had this struggle, and don't sit there and be scared, because it's nothing to be afraid of or fearful of. But you're sitting there, and because you've had this struggle, you now know your worth, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, better than ever before. And you now know what's really important to you. You now know what you want. Okay? The King of Pentacles is saying that you know sorrow. You've been through sorrow. You've been through the bad times. Always when I look at poppies, it's sorrow and remembering. Remembering and honoring the past that you have been through. Honoring the pain that you have been through. And respecting it. Not hiding it away. Not sitting there and being ashamed. But sitting there and saying, you know what? I have been through hard times. And I have come out like a king. Strong and capable. Prosperous, the King of Pentacles. Down to earth. Sitting there knowing what I desired, knowing how to move forward, and embracing my own personal prosperity, embracing my own personal abundance. That's what you are doing, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are embracing your prosperity, you are embracing your abundance, and you are moving forward with love at your center. Here, your wish enters into your home. Now, it could be, again, for some of you, you wish to start your own business, all right? And you start to see progress. You start to see things move forward. For others of you, you wish to have that prosperity come into the home. To not sit there and have to worry about paying the bills and everything like that. And just have life be a struggle. Because a lot of times life can be a struggle, and sit there and you're like, well, these are basic human needs. Why is it that it's so hard to meet them? Or why are there so many demands? Now, you're starting to see blessings. You're starting to see blessings coming into your home after a time of struggle, after a time of pain, after a time where you probably felt like screaming. And now you know that the most important thing in your life isn't everything that you can accumulate, isn't having, you know, the love and not the love, but the adulation of others, of outside people, of people who aren't close to you, because that adulation, it goes away. It ebbs and flows, and people are fickle. You're learning that the blessings are all in the home. This is soulmate love. This is beautiful love. This is also falling in love with yourself. It doesn't have to be that you go out and you meet this person who is your soulmate right away. Also, I love it. I was listening to a guru, and I don't know if I said this before, but he said, your soul doesn't need a mate. Your body needs a mate. Your soul is complete. And as soon as we human beings understand that our soul is complete, it takes one less burden off of us. So understand that you are moving forward. So when I say soulmate love, I mean soul resonating love. Love that goes and penetrates into your very being and moves you forward, that engulfs your soul, that makes you feel joyous and loved and cherished. And this could be that love brings forth children. If you're not looking for children, this is that love echoing to who you guys were when you were little, for the both of you, not just for one of you. Sitting there and both of you building each other up, kind of being that port in the storm for each other as life gets hard and things get real. Having that joy, having that bounty, having that beauty coming into your life. And it's based on prosperity. It's knowing now what's really important to you, because you've had this Tower energy come in. And I don't feel as if this is an ending. This is actually going to be moved. But here, it's you had this storm to weather. The Tower is a karmic debt. It's a major arcana card. It's a divine card. It means that it's something that you couldn't run away from even if you wanted to. It would find you. It is something that is saying you have to, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, experience this. And the Tower doesn't have to be huge. The Tower just has to be something that's impactful, that you sit there and you go, oh my gosh. And it doesn't have to be that you lose your home, that you lose everything, though for some of you, it might have been that you lost everything. And you had to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and really focus on what it is that brings you prosperity. And because you work so hard, now you're starting to be able to focus on what it is that you love that brings you prosperity. But you had this pain in your life. You've had the Tower card. It's kind of like going to war, in a sense. It's horrifying, it's terrifying, and you can't believe that you made it out. That's what the Tower card can feel like. And it doesn't have to be huge. It's something that happened that made your emotions rage, that made you feel things that you would rather not have felt. You were happy before in a reality that might not have been as expansive, but a reality that was safer. Because something didn't come and shake it all up. Life wasn't put on its ears. This card here is telling me, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, that you are the warriors that your sign says you are. You are the ones who have embraced this change, this hardship, and said, you know what? This isn't defining me. This isn't denouncing me. This isn't making me less. Everybody goes through struggles. Though, you know, in our Instagram, Facebook world, we only put on the best times, the times where we are having so much fun and orange. Isn't everybody jealous? This is life being real, and that's what life is. Life is real. No matter what everybody wants to say to the world, no matter what Hollywood is trying to tell you that everything can be perfect all the time, it can't. Because if everything was perfect all the time, you wouldn't know what perfection was. And plus, perfect is something that we're told to chase because it'll never be achieved. You can always do better. You can always achieve more. So that always puts perfection out of reach. The Tower card is a card of lessons that may not have wanted to be learned, but have made you a better, stronger, more prosperous person because of it. And it's actually freed you, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, from the chains of the past. Now people see the Devil card and they go, oh my gosh, it's not a bad card, just like the Tower card isn't a bad card. It's a lesson card, it is a divine card, it is a major arcana card, it is a big event. You have sat there and you have looked at your life and you have said, you know what? I am tired of doing everything the way everybody else wants me to. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is a atypical devil-like creature holding the chains of a naked man and a naked woman. They are being chained to the devil, okay? To base desires, to what they think they are supposed to like or supposed to want. That's how I see it anyway. Here, it is somebody setting themselves free. This is the horned one. The horns, the stag horns here, represent majesty. It represents majesty of self and knowing what you want. The stag head here, even though it is a skull, is representing majesty. The mist is representing the spiritual world that you are breathing in. You are breaking the chains of the past. And it's almost societal change. It isn't saying that you are going to run out and start living a totally unorthodox lifestyle and, just running wild and free. Though if that's what you really want to do and it doesn't hurt anybody, why not? But this is saying that you are taking your responsibility seriously. You are moving forward in love. And what you are doing is you are moving forward in love for yourself. Everything that you thought you should do, everything that you thought you should be, every burden that was put on you because you just wanted to be the very, very best, and you just wanted to achieve some unachievable goal, that's crumbling away. For me, the Devil card is saying embrace yourself as yourself. Embrace you as the person that you want to be. Don't be weighed down. It's kind of like, Bob Cratchit, I believe. I could have gotten his name wrong. In Scrooge, which is in Christmas Carol. There we go. Weighed down by the chains. That's what I see the Devil card as. Weighed down by the chains of life. And we just keep piling more chains and more chains on us. Doing things to gain us elevation here financially, but don't lift up our soul that weigh it down. Now you're cutting those chains and you're saying, I'm moving forward in prosperity of me, and the angels, the universe, however you see it, are fiercely guarding you as you start your journey being who it is that you want to be. And you never would have embraced this aspect of you if it wasn't for the fact that you went through the tower. If it wasn't for the fact that your life got turned on its head. And now you got to see what was really important to you. The Page of Cups means now that you are a student of love. This also represents a water sign, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces. But this is saying that you are embodying the Page of Cups. They're messenger cards, messengers of love, messengers of bounty coming into your life, and of you being set free, of healing, of beauty, of purity of intention, looking at yourself and not being so harsh on what it is that you expect from you, a kinder way of talking to yourself, but also being a student of love, of moving forward in love, of embracing joy, and embracing happiness. Learning how to live in joy for your existence, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. How to live in joy for yourself, in prosperity for yourself. Moving forward, healing your life as you embrace love. And then you have the Sun card, the opposite of the Tower card. This is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. This is getting joy, getting happiness, being happy with yourself. And it doesn't even have to mean that you're getting happiness, that it has to come into your life. It means that you're embracing your own personal happiness. You're embracing fully and utterly being you, not being chained to anything else, not being tied down to anything that isn't truly resonating with your soul. This is all saying that you move forward in responsibility. You don't run away from the life that you have created. You make it more authentically yours. Moving forward in passion and purpose, in healing of self, in bounty, and in prosperity. The sun is like a halo behind him. But also the sun was worshipped because it took away the shadows. You see how the tower is happening at night. It's filled with shadows. It's filled with terror, with lightning bolts and the waves crashing. And it's as if after the storm, the day has come and everything is beautiful. Not right away. This isn't saying that it's going to happen right away, but that you are accepting who you are, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You are learning to follow your bliss, your joy, and your understanding. And you are embracing your own personal happiness. And by doing so, you become a student of love. Isn't that one of the ways to enlightenment? Embracing love. Embracing what it is that you desire here on this earthly plane, and that is to be prosperous and loved. At least that's what's coming through in the cards. All right, give me a moment. You have experienced and may be experiencing life being turned on its head. Pain, sorrow, karmic debt coming in, which is actually going to cleanse you and lighten your life as you move forward. Once you have embraced this change, not fighting it, but embracing it, you will see that the universe is giving you a gift of love to come after this time of change. And it's also giving you this gift of love to help you make it through this time of change. You're breaking the chains of the past. You have weathered a storm that most people couldn't come out of feeling as joyous and as put together as you have, or at least appearing to be. You haven't been broken, is what I'm trying to say. You have accepted this gift of love, and it is moving you forward to break the chains of the past and embrace what you want to do, which is what you're working towards. Embracing your own personal prosperity, remembering this time of sorrow, but seeing the bounty of your work come forth. And now you go from toiling or really working hard to becoming a king at it, to having a divine right to have prosperity in your life, to move forward with remembering the past, but with having the fruits of your labor pay off. And I would like to say also that this experience has given you the right to sit there and say, you know what, I've lived through this. I have every single right to live in prosperity, to live in bounty. And now you have blessings coming into your life, coming into your home, embracing your soul, embracing yourself. As you embrace these blessings, they start to come outward, to go out to the world around you. You find the love that you want. Your soul becomes lighter because you've taken away karmic debt from it. Some of you might find that you go through this in the 10 days, or that you have been going through this tower energy. Know that you are coming out of it okay, that you are starting something beautiful. And for some of you, I really do mean it, you are starting a career that has you at the head of it, that has you doing what you love. Some of you, you are meeting somebody who has their feet firmly planted on the ground, who shares the same logic that you have learned from living through the tower, and is a match for your soul, who sings to your soul. You move forward in happiness, becoming a student of love. So you are, whatever it is that you want to embrace, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, because this is a general reading and so many of you watch it, that is what you are embracing, what it is that you love. And that gift is coming into your life, giving you a majesty of self which you are embracing. Prosperity of what you desire doing, what you create, and that you love creating. Bringing forth joy and happiness into your home. And you now know that you don't need to have the accolades of everybody else in order to be happy. You need to love what you're doing. You need to speak kindly to yourself. Know your success. Move forward in that happiness of the Sun card. And then just keep on embracing your life. And it doesn't have to be living in a palace. It doesn't have to be, having the fanciest car or anything like that, the newest gadgets. It's just being happy. And so many people acquire and accumulate so much, but they can't just be happy. And that's what you're obtaining, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You're obtaining happiness and love and absolute prosperity. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and it was my pleasure to share this reading with you. Bye.